Sunlight paints the room as Adana fiercely scrubs the floor, her youth contrasting with the grim task. Dust motes dance in the sunbeams, highlighting the faded grandeur and present disarray of Adana's home. Madame Patricia watches with cold disapproval, her stout frame a stark contrast to Adana's slender one. Chioma and Ngozi stifle giggles, their smartphones capturing Adana's struggle with cruel amusement. Adana's determined gaze is fixed on the worn floor, a silent defiance burning in her eyes. The once grand living room bears witness to Adana's toil, a stage for silent power dynamics. In the dim light, Adana sits on her bed, shoulders shaking with silent sobs, a picture of utter despair. Tears stream down her face, reflecting the room's bareness and the heavy weight of her solitude. A worn blanket offers little comfort against the cold reality of her small, confined world. Despair permeates the room, clinging to the walls as if it were a tangible presence. From beyond the door, Madame Patricia's voice echoes, shattering the silence. "I've found you a husband." Madame Patricia bursts into Adana's room, her face glowing with unsettling glee. Her eyes gleam, hinting at a dark scheme. "His name is Chaik," she declares, her voice sharp. The words hang heavy in the air. A promise of misfortune, a poor village man, dying. Patricia continues, a cruel triumph in her tone. "His family will pay a huge bride price." She finishes, revealing her ruthless plan. Adana kneels, tears streaming as she clasps her hands, a picture of desperation. Madame Patricia looms over Adana, her face a mask of cold indifference. "Please, madam, I beg you, don't do this," Adana cries, her voice cracking with despair. "This is your punishment," Madame Patricia declares, her words sharp and devoid of mercy. Chioma and Ngozi stifle giggles, recording Adana's humiliation on their phones. The small wedding is filled with unspoken sorrow as Chaik is wheeled in, pale and weak. Chaik's family surrounds him, their faces reflecting a deep sense of mourning and loss. Adana stands beside Chaik, her expression etched with a profound sadness. Despite the quiet ceremony, a heavy atmosphere of grief permeates the scene. At the traditional wedding, Chaik's family displays the bride price, envelopes of cash, livestock, and yams. Madame Patricia counts the money, her eyes gleaming with barely concealed avarice. Each envelope adds to the growing pile, and her smile widens with undisguised greed. The exchange embodies tradition, yet the weight of expectation hangs heavy in the air. Under the open sky, Madame Patricia watches Adana, her posture rigid, a barely perceptible smirk betraying her true feelings. Her eyes narrow slightly, a glint of cold calculation shining through as she focuses on Adana. Madame Patricia's voice drips with veiled contempt as she says, "Enjoy your new life." The camera lingers on Madame Patricia's face, capturing the subtle cruelty and dark satisfaction in her expression. Adana arrives at Chaik's village. A cluster of mud huts stands against the harsh sunlight, stark and unforgiving. The village shack looms, a rundown mud hut devoid of modern comforts, its poverty etched into every crack. She surveys the scene, her face etched with dismay at the stark reality before her. The lack of electricity and running water is palpable. A heavy silence hanging in the air. Dust devils dance around the edges of the village, mirroring the turmoil in Adana's heart. The weight of the situation settles upon her as she takes in the desolation of Chaik's home. Inside the dimly lit shack, Adana dedicates herself to Chaik's care, her face etched with worry. She gently coaxes medicine between his lips, her touch feather light. Adana fetches water, her footsteps barely disturbing the earth. Flames dance in the hearth, casting eerie shadows that flicker across the shack's walls. A lone lantern battles the encroaching darkness, its light fragile against the night. Months blur in Chaik's shack, seasons turning. Adana's devotion is a constant in their humble dwelling. Her face reflects countless sleepless nights, etched with a weariness that time cannot erase. Despite her exhaustion, Adana's eyes burn with a fierce, protective determination. She tends to Chaik with unwavering care, a silent promise etched in every touch. The unyielding rhythm of daily life persists, a testament to Adana's enduring strength. Inside Chaik's humble shack, Madame Patricia's opulent hotel room glares from a video call, a stark contrast in worlds. Madame Patricia gestures extravagantly, flaunting the luxurious decor, a silent demand hanging in the air. "Send more money," Madame Patricia demands, her voice sharp and unsympathetic through the screen. Adana listens, her expression hardening with each word, her eyes reflecting a growing storm. Adana's silence speaks volumes, a quiet rebellion brewing beneath the surface of her controlled demeanor. Morning light floods Chaik's small shack, casting a warm glow. Chaik sits up, his eyes gleaming with renewed strength. A wide, genuine smile spreads across Chaik's face as he stretches. He takes a deep breath, a newfound resolve hardening his gaze. Chaik's voice cuts through the morning calm. "Adana, it's time you knew the truth." In the dimly lit shack, shadows dance around Chaik as he gathers himself. A profound moment hanging in the heavy air. Chaik's voice resonates with newfound strength, shattering illusions. "I am not who you think I am." The revelation strikes like lightning, unveiling a hidden identity. "I am Chief Chaik Okonkwo, a billionaire." Driven by purpose, Chaik speaks of his mission. "I came here to find a genuine woman," his eyes blaze with righteous intent, "and to expose Madame Patricia's cruelty." Inside Chaik's dimly lit shack, a flickering oil lamp casts long shadows, painting the scene with a sense of intimacy. Chaik sits across from Adana, their figures silhouetted against the rough walls of the village shack. His gaze softens as he looks at her, a gentle smile playing on his lips, hinting at unspoken affection. Adana's face is partially obscured by shadow, enhancing the mystery and allure she holds for Chaik. The small oil lamp flickers, mirroring the tender emotion stirring between them in the humble setting. "You're the real treasure," Chaik says, his words echoing softly in the shack, filling the space with warmth. A private transport pulls up to Chaik's humble village shack, its arrival a stark contrast to the surroundings. Adana emerges, her expression a mix of relief and lingering apprehension. Chaik follows, a silent promise of protection etched on his face. They cast a final glance at the shack, leaving behind a chapter of their lives. The transport departs, carrying them away from the village towards an uncertain future. Adana and Cheek arrive at a lavish Lagos mansion, a testament to wealth and power. As the car stops, uniformed servants hasten forward, their bows a display of utmost respect. The servants' respectful nods and greetings of "Madam," directed at Adana, fill the air. The opulent estate radiates success and prestige, a symbol of Chaik's status. The scene is set, blending luxury with the subtle undercurrents of societal hierarchy. Adana steps into Chaik's mansion, her eyes widening at the luxurious surroundings. The sheer opulence of the mansion overwhelms Adana. Despite the grandeur, a determined glint shines in Adana's eyes. She is ready to embrace her new life amidst the extravagant displays of wealth. Adana takes a deep breath, steeling herself for the challenges ahead in this unfamiliar world. Sunlight floods Chaik's opulent mansion, reflecting off marble floors and a crystal chandelier. Madame Patricia calls again, demanding money. A voice narrates, cutting through the luxurious silence. A subtle shift in tone, a veiled invitation extended. Adana invites her to Lagos for a visit. The afternoon sun casts long shadows, hinting at secrets and schemes within the mansion's walls. A sleek, black car arrives at the imposing gates of Cheek's mansion, sunlight glinting off its polished surface. Madame Patricia steps out, her designer sunglasses reflecting her composed demeanor. She anticipates a scene of destitution, ready to witness Adana's supposed downfall. The massive gates swing open, revealing a breathtaking vista of wealth and grandeur. An opulent mansion stands in stark contrast to her expectations, challenging her assumptions. Madame Patricia's jaw drops, her carefully constructed facade momentarily shattered by the sheer extravagance before her. In Chike's mansion, Madame Patricia stares, disbelief etched on her face as Adana stands elegantly across the luxurious living room. Staff members bow respectfully to Adana, while outside, luxury cars shimmer, symbols of wealth under the bright sun. Patricia clutches her chest, her breath catching, overwhelmed by the unfolding scene. Patricia collapses to the floor, unconscious, the narration says, the silence amplifying the shock of her fall. In the grand living room of Chike's mansion, tensions rise as legal documents are presented. Chike extends the papers, detailing the return of the bride price to Madame Patricia. Lawsuits citing cruelty and seeking damages accompany the financial offering, a stark declaration. The documents lay bare a narrative of emotional and legal conflict within the opulent setting. In the grand living room of Chike's mansion, Chike's commanding presence dominates the space. His eyes lock onto Madame Patricia, unwavering and intense, hinting at a hidden storm. A tense silence hangs in the air, thick, with unspoken words and simmering conflict. Chike's voice cuts through the quiet, laced with a chilling defiance. "You thought you sold her, but you gifted me a queen," he declares, his words echoing with power. Madame Patricia's reaction is unreadable, leaving the audience in suspense. A montage begins, showcasing Adana and Chike embarking on a global adventure, their love deepening with each new horizon. Adana's radiant smile shines as they launch successful businesses in vibrant cities, her confidence soaring. They laugh, they explore, their joy infectious as they immerse themselves in diverse cultures and breathtaking landscapes. Their journey becomes a testament to their shared dreams and unwavering partnership, painted against the canvas of the world. In the solemn courtroom, Madame Patricia's shoulders slump, her face bearing the heavy marks of defeat. The stark reality of her legal battle is evident. She has lost everything, the weight crushing her spirit. Her eyes reflect a deep sorrow, a poignant testament to the devastating outcome. The silence of the courtroom amplifies her despair, each moment a painful echo of her shattered world. She sits, alone, a solitary figure amidst the cold, unyielding justice, her dreams now just ashes. Adana and Chike are sitting in their garden, sunlight dappling through the leaves, their faces radiant. They sit hand in hand, a silent promise of forever passing between them. Their smiles reflect the beauty of the garden, a sanctuary built on love and shared dreams. Love blossoms around them, as tangible as the flowers in their vibrant, sun-kissed garden.